Essex, a helping hand with your land.
Neil from Essex here. We're out today with a Pride FSP Broadcast Spreader. Actually doing some work. We had a little bit of snow last night, so we're out putting some salt down on our driveways. Come along with me here. We'll show you how this little guy works and why it might be a good idea for you to own one to take care of your driveways and parking lots. Broadcast spreaders are perhaps one of the most simplistic implements that you can get for your tractor, and thus one of the least expensive too. There's a lot of options for these things, anywhere between about $600 and $1,000 for just about every model of broadcast spreader that you could buy, so they're relatively inexpensive. A couple things to look for if you're considering one of these really goes into the hopper and the spinner itself. Most of the time guys are using these to spread salt. Okay, they're a really crude spreader that's just basically going to chuck stuff on the ground. It's not something that you want to put seed and that kind of thing into, a high value thing that you want to spread, because you don't have very much precision of where it's going and how much is coming down. It's a chuck it on the ground kind of application. So if you're spreading salt with one of these, salt can be really corrosive to metals. So the hopper on these, on the Pride version that we sell, is plastic so that it's not going to corrode the hopper. And the spreader disc down here on the bottom is a stainless steel rather than an untreated or painted steel. So between those two things, they should hold up for a little bit longer amount of time. It is something that you want to be really careful of buying on the used market. It's really common for us to see these things roached out after a couple of years. So after you do use it, even with the plastic hopper and the stainless disc down here, it's not a bad idea to hose the thing down and wash any kind of salt off of it after you're done using it. Another thing that you want to watch for is the agitator wheel here inside of the hopper itself. So we have this filled with a commercial coarse salt melt material, and then the inside of this agitator wheel is going to spin around with the disc in order to help stir this stuff up and keep it flowing out the bottom smoothly. So come along here with me, we'll head on out here and spread some salt on the driveway. So before we go out and start running this thing, the first thing that we need to do is adjust our gate. There's a lever right back here on the side that's going to open up the opening down here at the bottom of the tube to allow the salt out onto the spinner. On the back side of the tube up here, you're going to notice there's a chart telling you what position to put this in for what rate you want this to come out. Now, like I said before, this is not a super high precision piece compared to some of the cedars and other things that we offer, or the another type of Kubota broadcast spreader over here at the pendulum in the back. Those are going to give you a lot more precision than this does, but this does give you some amount of crude metering here. So we're going to open this up and slide it down to the rock salt position and allow some of that rock salt to start coming out the bottom of the tube over here. Okay, now because this thing is PTO driven, the faster we run our engine, the further it's going to broadcast things. So I'm going to hop up here on the tractor and flip my PTO on. And you can see there my agitator's spinning, everything's moving. We'll slide the tractor into first gear and just start creeping along here. And you can see my spread pattern here. I'm running probably about 10 foot across from side to side. As I take my throttle up, that spinner is going to start going more quickly, and I'm broadcasting stuff a lot further. Typically when you're doing this, you would want to stick your tractor to constant RPM so that your width doesn't change as you go back and forth. We're just doing a quick example here in the parking lot. Hydrostatic machines are going to make this a lot easier than this old gear drive tractor. So that's a Pride FSP Broadcast Spreader. This is a piece that we typically have 10 or 12 of in stock at any given time. Great piece that if you're seeing some snow in the forecast, we can get out to you really quickly. So if we can give you a help in Essex, give us a call. We're available at 800-222-3373 or online at Essex.com.